Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to your market update. So today, what I want to talk about is a couple of things. First thing being price action. As you could see right now, again, we've broken below the June low here of 17,500, and we're struggling to break above that. So in the simplest sense, as long as we don't reclaim this level, I think the market is still more directed towards the sell side. And quite possibly, another breakdown should be coming in, whether it's this week or next week. If we do reclaim this low, however, I think that the market could rally, even higher. I think it could easily push as high as 21,700 or maybe even higher, sort of giving us the idea that this is sort of your capitulation style breakdown, given all the events that happened and transpired over the past week regarding FTX. Now, again, I've told you over and over again in the Discord channels and stuff how I don't think that we need to get involved in this whole FTX debacle. What was lost in terms of money by me and many others, it sucks and it's horrible. And Sam is truly the most villainous person that he is. But that's it, right? Any more of holding hatred into your heart and you want to sort of be a vigilante and find where Sam is and talk shit about him, you don't need that. It's a waste of energy and it's a waste of your time, in all honesty. There have been some crazy theories and people going out talking badly about Sam and FTX and whatever. It like they're acting like, oh, well, of course, we knew this would happen, or there were signs. Let's be honest. Most people, especially people like Ken Griffin, who is, by the way, CEO of Citadel. Remember, Citadel was last year charged with taking order flow and basically selling it, like retail order flow from Robinhood, and selling it to other big funds. So this dude, of all people, has no pot to piss in and no foot to stand on to criticize others in the crypto space about the wrongdoings, right? Yet we see this moral sort of high ground, high horsing that Ken Griffin and many of these people are doing. And it kind of sucks because these people are already the worst in their traditional finance world. And now they're commenting on crypto. And honestly, I don't want to hear it. I definitely don't want to hear it from Ken Griffin. And I don't really honestly want to hear it from anyone. There was this whole conversation on a podcast that I listened to On the Margin. Make sure y'all check it out, by the way. I'm a big fan of On the Margin podcast with Michael Ippolito. And he usually has his guest, Mark Yusko, who, again, very smart guy, generally gives great sound advice and insight into the markets. And then again, I listened to the most recent podcast, and Mark Yusko is once again talking about conspiracy theories about Sam and him donating to the Democratic Party and funneling money for them. And then Caroline's mom being in power and having connections. It's just all kinds of stuff that you don't want to hear. And it doesn't do anything to push the space forward and push the conversation forward of how we're going to solve these issues regarding centralized exchange failures. And of course, what DeFi is going to do going forward, right? So I'm telling you, as I've said before, my job right now is to, pretty much ignore and avoid as much as possible all things related to FTX, the fallout from the FTX, which I'm sure is going to get worse, right? I think this morning I saw Sino Global, let me see, who is which is run by I think what's his name, Michael, I think, I forgot his name, I'm sorry. But anyway, they announced that they themselves also were hit by their investments into FTX equity, or having some of their exposure to FTX exchange. And you can see our direct exposure to FTX exchange was confined to mid 7 figures held in our custody. So again, Sino Global is another sort of contagion that recently happened. And then Travis Killing, who is again a fantastic guy, who unfortunately who unfortunately had his Ikigai fund blow up, probably because of all these things related to FTX. And it sucks that these are the people that I sort of look up to in ways, and it sucks to see them sort of go through these moral losses, as well as financial losses, and I wish them the best. But remember, like, behind your random conspiracy theories or shitting on Sam Bankman-Fried, there are real people with huge losses, and I want you guys to keep that in mind. When you're criticizing people for keeping their money on exchanges, or if you think that FTX was a mistake or whatever, right? It doesn't matter. Okay, people lost. We all trusted Sam, and that trust was broken. Now we need to move forward and make the space better. There's all these people. I just want to point these people out because these are the worst kinds of people. Okay, so in my opinion, I think FTX collapse brought about two different things. Number one, sort of the hatred, and understandable hatred towards Sam, which I completely get, right? I have no ill will towards Sam. Of course, I don't like the guy anymore, but I'm not going to keep talking shit about him. I don't know. Clearly, the dude has a problem. But the worst people are those that shit on others who actually lost money for the mistake of us trusting Sam or using FTX exchange. And that's these guys right here. And I really dislike the fact that when there's people who are operating with money and trading and investing and having treasuries on FTX, or having their fund, capital on FTX, it sucks to hear that, other people pointing out your mistakes and kicking you while you're down. And so don't be like that, please. Be better, right? Be better, make the space better, contribute in some way. Anyway, so I just want to point out that, you do not want to be like these people. Just move on from this whole debacle and let's move forward into the future, because the future is bright for crypto. And one thing I'll tell you right now is the recent events, if anything, if you really think about it, have brought about more and more credibility and reason for staying power for things like Bitcoin, for things like DeFi, right? If you think about, GMX, Sushi, DYDX, I mean, these are protocols that are basically building that trustless system that make you want to trade on their platforms without ever having to worry about your funds being funneled and given to Alameda, or over leverage, or a blow up because of Three Arrows Capital not being able to pay off their debt. That's where you need to look into the future and see, okay, what has staying power into the future? What doesn't require an actor like Sam or Do Kwon or Suzu or Kyle Davies style people, within the protocol itself. And I think it's probably things like this, like Aave and DYDX and Sushi and Uniswap and PERP protocol. These are the things that we need to look forward to into the future. Okay. And then, of course, wrapping that in larger ecosystems could be things like Cosmos. It could be things like Solana also. I know Solana is taking a big hit because Sam and FTX were some of the bigger investors and they had their treasuries locked up there. But it doesn't change the fact that Solana is still a pretty decent ecosystem. Cosmos is still a pretty decent ecosystem. I think Ethereum is a solid ecosystem, of course. Right? So these are the things that I will be watching, going into the future. Okay. I want to talk about one thing, which is Bitget, the exchange that I'm starting to use right now. Again, I sort of made it clear to people that there's a lot of things that Bitget is doing in terms of a protection fund. They have a builders fund, those especially for the FTX partners and traders, where they're trying to help out, the fallout of the space that just happened and see, how they can help the space. And I really appreciate that about an exchange like Bitget, because it always, shows us that who is here to stay in the space and who is going to keep championing forward, even while the world, looks dark. And I'm glad Bitget is doing something like this. And I'm glad I got to talk about Bitget several months ago. And I'm probably going to start, using Bitget again, because honestly, I was more so on the fence 50-50 several months back between Bitget and FTX. obviously I don't have to worry about FTX anymore. So I'm going to just, stick with Bitget. But remember, I still diversified my risk and my funds between Bitget and other exchanges and, DeFi wallets and stuff, right? You do not want to just go all in and put all your money on Bitget. Please do your own due diligence, okay? Because any of these centralized exchanges, they are inherently fallible, right? So I like the fact that they're doing things which will make the proof of reserves or proof of funds a little bit more transparent, as they're saying right here. I like the fact that they have insurance reserves. I like the fact that they're helping out the rest of the crypto space by providing like a $5 million builders fund. I like all these things. And so I'm going to keep trading on Bitget. There's a link below if you do want to join Bitget through my affiliate link. You will get the opportunity to make 4,163 USDT, so Tether, for newcomers if you do sign up, whether it's trading bonuses, depositing spot, using deposits from other cryptos or credit cards or whatever you want to do, right? This is your opportunity. And again, this is not financial advice, right? Bitget is not paying me to tell you to join this exchange. I'm just letting you know that this is an opportunity to look for different exchanges, whether it's Bitget or Binance or whatever. Please make sure you do your own due diligence. Okay. All right. I want to show you guys one thing. So in our community, what I've been doing is, doing some high risk scalp positions. And I talk about how, so a few days back, right, I was trying to trade, a bunch of these different assets. So I shorted ETH, took out a nice, $285 profit. This is again before FTX pretty much went down. I had taken a nice, Sol degen long, locked in my profits around $1,200 profit. And then once FTX went belly up, I kind of just gave up on the exchange. And so now I'm trading on Bitget. You can kind of see that, Bitget yesterday, I took a ETH long right here. I got stopped out, right? $45 loss. I always try to contain my losses between like, $50 to $100. And then I got into a scalp long on DYDX yesterday, and I let my members know. Again, these channels right here, all these locked channels are for my paying members. The link you can actually find in the YouTube description. And so, I got long on DYDX yesterday, and I took that profit very nicely, $400 profit. Get in, get out, in about 1 hour, as you could see. Right. Yesterday, I got in at 10:49, got out at 11:47. Boom, take that profit. Even this morning, I quickly, high risk short on DYDX. Again, get out quickly, take that profit, $50 profit. Okay. When I don't see the market showing me the momentum that I want to see, I just quickly close out the trade. Whether I'm at a profit or a loss, I don't care, because these are high risk scalp positions. And I'm not here to hang on to this trade for more than an hour. Okay. Sometimes it's like 5-10 minutes. Okay. So I just want to point these things out to y'all. Okay. So anyway, if you do like this kind of content and you like analysis content, I put out a ton of analysis of all kinds of stuff regarding crypto, regarding SR levels and technical analysis. And even, sometimes I give you guys really cool like insights of how you can have little hacks of downloading entire listings of all the coins on TradingView onto exchanges onto TradingView. Or I give you guys insights on, hey, here's sort of a look of DEX tokens outperforming centralized exchange token counterparts, right? This kind of analysis. So all kinds of interesting stuff I like to post. And then, of course, I provide different trading opportunities that I'm looking at. Like right now, I'm looking on DYDX to come back to 250 to 255 for a potential long opportunity. And I might take that trade back up to 280 or 290. Okay. So this is the kind of information that you get in our community. If you are interested, if you want to join, click on the link below, join our Discord, which is free, or you could join our Advantage membership where you get access to all these locked channels. Okay, that's all I got, everybody. Hope y'all enjoy this video. I will put out more information for Advantage members. Until then, take care, good luck, and we'll talk soon. Okay, cheers.